Let me ask you this. If I'm pulled over for DUI in Nevada, do I have to take a breath test or a blood test? And well, first of all, should I consent to one? And do I really have a choice?
Ultimately, you should consent to take a test. Your license could be suspended for failure to consent to take a test. One of the advantages of a blood test is that if you take a blood test, your blood will be preserved, and that allows your defense attorney to seek a retest. For example, if it's a close read, the legal limit is 0.08. If you have a sample that you could retest, it may come back, 0.08 when the state submits it for testing, but when you have the same blood sample tested by an independent lab, it may come in just under 0.08. So one of the advantages of blood is that the blood is preserved for later testing. One of the disadvantages to blood is that if you may also have substances other than alcohol in your system, such as illegal narcotics or even legal prescription drugs, the state could actually seek to test the blood for other substances as well. So I would always advise a client who has more than alcohol in their system to elect a breathalyzer as opposed to a blood test.
If I'm arrested for DUI here in Nevada and I refuse to take any of the tests, I say, look, I'm not taking a breath test, I'm not taking a blood test, so it's like what they call a refusal case. Are the penalties worse? Is my situation going to be worse with the court or the DMV at that point?
Well, most significantly, it could be worse because you'd face a license suspension, and it may be that the prosecutor who's reviewing the case, in order to determine what kind of offer they're going to make on the case, may consider the refusal to be an aggravating factor and may ultimately want to see you punished more severely for your refusal to cooperate with law enforcement.
So basically the DA may look at the refusal as more egregious than if I submitted to a test.
That's correct, and may seek an additional penalty based upon the refusal.
Let me ask you, Mike, with regard to the breathalyzer tests in DUI cases here in Nevada, there's two different ones. There's a roadside breathalyzer, right, that the Nevada Highway Patrol and then some Metro officers keep in their car and they have you blow like when they pull you over. And then if you get arrested, they have you take another test at the station, right? What about that roadside breathalyzer? Do I have to take that, and should I agree to take that?
You're not required to take the roadside breathalyzer. And ultimately, there are a lot of factors that go into that decision making. In Nevada, the state only has to prove that your blood alcohol was 0.08 or higher within 2 hours of your driving. So ultimately, they use the roadside preliminary breath test as simply something to help them with their probable cause determination. If you refuse to submit to a preliminary breath test, you're probably going to be asked to submit to other tests to determine whether there's probable cause to believe you were driving under the influence, like standardized field sobriety tests. I'm attorney Michael Becker with the Las Vegas Defense Group. If you or a loved one has been charged with a criminal offense in Las Vegas or throughout the state of Nevada, trust in me and my legal team to get your case dismissed or otherwise negotiate a resolution that causes minimal harm to you in your future.